Footprints darken wet sand as dusk settles on a wind-polished shore. 50,000 years ago, a small band of our ancestors follows the coast out of Africa. Smoke stings their eyes, salt crusts their lips. By the fire, a child cups a glowing ember, and with that spark, our long human journey begins. Their descendants followed rivers and coastlines, turning survival into strategy. Along the Nile, the Tigris, and the Euphrates, mud bricks rose into the world's first cities. With cities came new rules. Granaries demanded counting. Writing marked debts. Law settled quarrels. Bronze and iron armed ambition. From the Indus Valley to the Yellow River, from Mesoamerica to the Andes, the pattern echoed. Build a city, form a state, create a memory. But as strangers learned to live together, a new question arose. Not just how to live, but why. Great systems of thought emerged. In Asia, philosophies of duty and compassion. Around the Mediterranean, a radical idea that citizens, through debate and law, could rule themselves. New faiths carried powerful ideas along these same roads. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam wove a web of shared belief across continents. Trade followed faith, and faith followed trade. The Silk Roads, the Indian Ocean, the sands of the Sahara. These were not just routes for goods, but for knowledge. Caravans and ships braided the world together. But these connections carried danger. In the mid-14th century, plague traveled the trade lanes, shattering populations and belief itself. That crisis echoes today in our own debates over pandemics and borders. Then, late in the 15th century, a new age of connection began at sea. European sailors pushed their ships across vast oceans, linking worlds that had been separate for millennia. But this new age was born of both discovery and conquest. Below deck, the clink of chains was the sound of a brutal new economy. Across the Atlantic, wind carried not just pepper and sugar, but the germs, guns, and human cargo that would remake the planet. This was the Columbian Exchange, a vast transfer of plants, animals, and diseases that reshaped continents. But it was also an exchange of ideas. In print shops and salons, revolutionary thoughts took form, challenging the divine right of kings. Revolutions in America and France were answered by a slave uprising in Haiti that shook empires. Soon, another revolution, powered by steam, drew millions into dense industrial cities. And as finance outpaced farming, a new struggle began over an old question: who counts as a citizen and who pays the price for progress? The 20th century accelerated everything. 2 world wars and a Cold War carved the planet into rigid borders. But people pushed back. The decolonization movement redrew the map as nations demanded their freedom. Then, a new force, globalization, began to dissolve those borders. Fiber optics, finance, and flight connected our daily lives in ways previously unimaginable. The phone in your hand, the food on your street, the very weather of our planet, all are shaped by these legacies. This interconnected system is powerful, but fragile. A choice made in one port can alter lives on the other side of the world. Today, as power shifts once more, the story of our long journey continues. The next chapter is still being written.